Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Tim again. I wasn't gonna make a video this week because I'm trying to make sure that the next video I make is gonna be polished and something that I feel is ready to be disseminated and ready to be distributed. But at the same time, y'all know me by now. If y'all have watched my first 3 videos, I get into this Bible and I just nerd out and I see some things and I gotta share it. So tonight, and I won't be long. This won't be a 30-minute video or anything of the sort. I might even make this like, whenever I'm done, but I promise you I won't make 30 minutes. I just saw something that really shook me. It really shook me. And this is really pointed towards men who joined the organization that I did. There are so many men who are spellbound by that organization. It's ridiculous. I didn't even know how spellbound I was, and it took me 11 years to finally cross. It took me 11, and the day I crossed, the day that I met the bros from the chapter that I pledged into before I started, it began to thunder, lightning, and rain. I thought that was, I was so enthralled. I was like, bro, it's go time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's thunder, lightning, wind, and raining. Oh, man, this is supposed to be, I'm home, I'm here. This is it. All right. That's what I thought. That's what I felt. I finally crossed. I got it the hard way. Yeah, and I'll show the top of my brain. I won't show all of it because it got some information on there. But you know, I can show that one. The hard way. I went all the way through with it. Everything. Everything that could be done, I did it. I enjoyed it. But I was blind the whole time. I thought. Turns out I was actually spellbound. This stuff ain't no joke, ladies and gentlemen. But with that being said, I won't go too deep into any explanations. I just want to give this quick bit of information and then let God do the watering. Y'all take the seed, y'all do with it what you will. And I hope he who has an ear let that ear hearken to this information. Let that person who hears this, let this seed fall on good ground. Let it not wither away. Let it not come up with tears. Let it fall on good ground and bear fruit 30, 60, 100-fold. Okay. Before I start with this information that I just found, because this kind of like shakes me to my core, and I'm praying that it shakes those men who hear this to their core as well. And it's pretty late at night, so I'm kind of tired. So bear with me if I'm rambling or if I'm kind of incoherent, because I was on my way to bed. But then I thought about this and I was like, wait a minute. So I had to write this stuff out and try to, get this content out. Well, not even this content, just this truth out, this word out while it was fresh. So the first thing that I want to look at is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Now, this is a verse that many of us are familiar with. I'm gonna be reading out the New American Standard, my study Bible. We had Corinthians, not Galatians. Come on, Apostle Paul. What you got for us? Okay. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, in order that no advantage be taken of us by Satan, for we are not ignorant of his schemes. The word schemes here is Concordance 3,540. Let's go to that. 3,540 in the Greek. And look at that. I guess God wanted me to get this message out because I went straight to the page first turn. That Greek word is noema, and it means a perception, purpose, the intellect, disposition itself. device, mind, thought. Okay? That means the devices, again, let's reread it. 2 Corinthians 2:11. In order that no advantage be taken of us by Satan, for we are not ignorant of his devices, which are intellect, disposition, perception, mind, thought. We are not ignorant of Satan's thoughts. This is the battlefield, okay? This is where we are being deceived and misled. Quick note, and then I'll get to the bangers here. When God created the earth and he created creatures, everything was good. Everything was good. When did a good thing become evil? When Satan corrupted that good thing. The point behind this quick disclaimer here, there are good things that seem and are purposely and by design good. However, the mind or the thought of Satan can corrupt that good thing to have people spellbound. I think it's also important to know that this text, this living word of God, never contradicts itself. So before I get into this right here, it's important for us to first justify with ourselves that, one, this book doesn't contradict itself, and two, because it doesn't contradict itself, if we were to go into learn about diviners, soothsayers, astrologers, it is not a fallacy. It's not fake. It's not made up. It's not something that just happened in 2023 or 1906 to 1969. This has been a thing since creation. Okay, this being divination, witchcraft, spiritual wickedness, and idolatry. Okay, and forgive me, y'all. Again, it's late at night, and I'm trying to make sure I hold this thing tight. And plus, I never really edited my videos for these first few. The next one that I do will be, but besides the point, let's focus. If we understand that this text doesn't contradict itself, we also have to understand that soothsayers, diviners, sorcerers, magicians are real, okay? Not because Tim said it, but because the Bible that we believe and we hearken to says it. So that we know that, now that we know that, I gave that preface because there's a book, and right now I'm stepping away from the Bible. Don't let that scare you. We are not ignorant of Satan's thoughts. Let's listen to this with the spirit of discernment, okay? There's a book that's called, what is it? One second. It's a Latin name. It's called Malleus Maleficarum. And I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but basically it's a Latin text that means hammer of the witches or something like that. And I might be butchering the name. Actually, let me look it up so I'm not giving the wrong information. There we go. Malleus Maleficarum, usually translated as the hammer of witches. It is best, well, it's the hammer of witches. This is a text that was published in 1928, produced by the early clergymen, the early members of the church, who wanted to put out a publication that shed light on the reality of sorcerers, witchcraft, and diviners, magicians. Listen to this excerpt. Again, this is really talking to the men who joined the organization that I did. Now, the method of profession is twofold. One, in solemn ceremonies like a solemn vow. The other is private and can be made to the devil at any hour alone. The first method is when witches meet together in conclave on a day, and the devil appears of them and assumes the body of a man, and urges them to keep faith with him, promising them worldly prosperity and length of life. And they recommend a novice or neophyte to his acceptance. And the devil asks whether the text that, well, this book rather, has she will observe the faith and forsake the holy Christian religion and the worship of the anomalous woman, for so they call the most beloved Virgin Mary, and never venerate the sacraments. And if the devil finds the novice / neophyte or disciple willing, then the devil stretches out his hand, and so does the novice, and she swears with a raised hand to keep the covenant. When this is done, the devil at once says, "This is not enough." And when the disciple asks what more must be done, the devil demands the following oath of homage to himself: that she gives herself to him, body and soul, forever, to do her utmost to bring others, both sexes, into his power. Wow. Wow. That's some heavy stuff, right? But for the people who joined the organization that I did, and for people who join any Black Greek letter organization, no matter what sex, let that one sink in. And while you're letting that one sink in, let's slap some more on there with the actual truth, with the word of God, this living word. Because cool, that's a book, awesome, whatever. We want to take it to the source and see what's really going on. So there's this word, or Greek letter organizations are Greek letter organizations, obviously, but each letter has an elongated name for itself. Now, in transparency, I signed some things when I left the organization out of fear that kind of prevents me from sharing everything. That's why y'all never see the whole shebang on these videos, because there is a lot. But I signed it. I signed that NDA. I probably shouldn't have, but when you know, you know. And at the time, I was like, oh, now I know. I'm out. Let me do everything I can to stay out. And I signed that document, so I can't share everything. Say what you will, but it's the truth. But that elongated Greek letter means something. Let's look it up in the Bible. Romans chapter 4, verses 4. Let's go to Romans chapter 4, verse 4. Acts, and don't worry, y'all, this is going to be a shorter video. I definitely won't make this 30 minutes at all, because I got to go to sleep, go to work, but somebody needed this ASAP. Okay, Romans chapter 4, verse 4. It reads, "Now to the one who works, his wage is not reckoned as a favor, but as what is due." Okay, again, now to the one who works, his wage is not reckoned as a favor, but is what is due. What is due is the Greek, is those three words in the NASB. I can't never say that thing right. The New American Standard. What is due is concordance 3,783 in the Greek. Let's go there and see what that word is. 3,783 in the Greek. 3,783. We almost there. 3,000. Goodness. Got a lot of pages, huh? 3,000. Here we go. 783. Okay. Again, what is due? The Greek word there is Ophelima. The Greek word is Ophelima, and it means something owed, a due, morally a fault,
Noun from Ophelio 3784 to O, 3784 to O, a debt that which is owed, which is strictly due, also an offense, a trespass, and requires reparation. Okay. Like I said, I can't say too much, but the people who joined the organization that I did, that Greek word was Ophelima. Okay. Now let's look at another one. Because at first it was like, okay, Ophelima. Friendship is essential to soul. Nothing in there talk about due or debt or something that I owe, right? So where does this come from? Like, where's the word benefit at or essential at? And the Greek word for benefit is ophelos. So I looked that up too. I was like, where in the Bible does the word ophelos, Greek word ophelos, show up? And it showed up in Luke chapter 9, verse 25. And I'll leave my marker here because we're going to have to come back there. So let's stay in the Gospels. Luke, here we go. And I'm about to cut this short, guys. I know this is a little bit somber of a video, but like I said, it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, family sleep, and I need to be myself, but somebody needs to hear this. Luke 9, verses 25. 9:25. Where are we at? And Jesus said, "For what is a man profited if he gains the whole world and loses or forfeits himself?" So here we got, before I even go in there, hold on, let's be fair, I'll read it again. So 9:25, Luke chapter 9, verse 25, where the word ophelos, meaning benefit, appears in the Bible. For what is a man profited if he gains the whole world and loses or forfeits himself? I wonder how all these folks who are in these Greek letter societies leverage their membership to gain a level of affluence, influence, prosperity, or power. Let's see what Jesus has to say through the Gospel of Luke. Again, that Greek word, ophelos, Concordance 3786 says, ophelos, to gain, advantage, or profit. Cool, that sounds like benefit to me. Ophelos, but it ain't some of the Greek words from that elongated name. That's kind of strange. That makes me scratch and want to think about the devices or the thoughts that are being given to me. But again, for what is a man profited if he gains the whole world and loses or forfeits himself? Whether you choose Ophelima, Ophelos, in the text, you're losing or forfeiting something. In this, you were paying a debt or fulfilling a debt somehow. Now, this kind of goes to my last video, and I'm going long, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it short. Some of these people are successful in these organizations, but remember the last video, what we talked about, where it said that the iniquity of their fathers will fall on the third and fourth generation. If you a legacy and it's just all good butter, is everything good, everything kosher, no problems, you don't feel spellbound, wait till them kids come. Wait till that next generation come. Wait till life catch up and you got a little bit more past and you got future. Stuff gonna start to stick. But if you can just take a little bit of time to pull away and do a little bit of research, to stop seeking stop trying to find oil, stop trying to, know the writ or the blue book, or don't go too deep, Tim. Stop. If you're gonna say that you're a Christian, if you're gonna say that you're a believer, if you're gonna say that you're a man of truth, what a lie. Where's the lie? But that's all I'm gonna say tonight. I'm at 20 minutes. God bless you. If this blessed anybody, leave it in the comments. Whatever the case, take it, do what you need to. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer them. If you wanna, if you know somebody who needs to see this, if you know a bruh, soror, or anyone who's so enthralled with these organizations and they recently joined or like within the past 5 to 10 years, send them my way. If they're warring with their decision, because some of them are so spellbound, they don't even know. They don't even care that they don't even know that they don't know. They think that we're crazy. They think that this is not anything except for an antiquated white man's religion, even though they put their hand, even though they agreed to it because it's a Christian-based organization, non-hazing type. It's ridiculous, but at the same time, stay blessed. Go to sleep, Tim. Stay blessed by the best. The next time you see me, let me know something good. Say loud.